Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the LSU Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, he is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Levin. Shoots it to the left. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and the receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. It's Green. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Wilson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Levitt. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. Throws to the tight end. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He wants to throw it again. Stepping to the right. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Rushes on him. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
How good has this defense been coming in? They've had a plan for this receiver. He's one of the fastest guys in all of college football, but he has just not been able to get loose or make anything big happen. down the field. That time on a drag route, they're hoping he can just catch it and maybe use his speed to get to the outside. But a phenomenal job tackling by this defense, limiting the damage and now setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. Fourth down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Nimrod. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week, he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Back to pass, it's Levitt. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Got his man. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
The run inside. It's Berry. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down, he'll throw it. Complete, out left to Wilson. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field. It's Levitt. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. And fired complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Hunt is on its way. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside. It's Cobb. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. And he finds finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now on the move. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Calls his own number. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. Can't get him to the ground. Runs through a man. He might have some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Auburn doing business in the red zone. Brown will throw it. The screen, and watch out. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the 1st half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Get it out on the screen. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone.
Ready. Blue 85.
3rd down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long.
Black 18. Move.
Brown wants to pass. Sets up the screen. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Durham. Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Quick completion to the right. Snags it and he's open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. LSU quick to the line. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Under fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. The snap sets up the throw. Snagged out of the air. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Brown will throw it. Flips it out to the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Oregon, taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
And it's the Ducks, chasing a 6th straight victory today. This team is a snowball rolling downhill, just adding momentum with every new week. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels, and they get him down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback keeps it. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Turning it on. Lowers those pads. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Back to throw, it's Levin. Finds his man, it's Harris. Touchdown LSU! Rolled his way into the end zone.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Brown wants to pass. He's got his man. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole 9. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, It just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking.
Kill.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Kill.
They'll run it with Bryson Washington. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty.
Black 18. Stay.
Brown will throw it. Picked off to stop the threat. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught on the left side by Wilson. Oh, a lot of space. The 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Making side adjustments here. Brown wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. There's a crease. Touchdown, Auburn. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish, a 70-yard run to the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll start on the ground with Durham. And they make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Here's Durham one more time. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Line getting set on 2nd down. They want that clock to run. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Trying to keep this drive alive. Pulled down, but he's got enough to convert on 4th. The fresh set of downs and to keep that clock churning.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The run inside. It's Durham. Inside the 35. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. On 1st down, it's Durham again. Finding some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Brown will throw it. He's taking a deep shot. Jump ball, and he's got it. Oh, what a grab.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Flat 14. Joker.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Unloads to the wide out. Working the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. This is a designed run. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Fitted in the window for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip, for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers! What a grab in the end zone for 6. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team.